Check out these numbers on what CP3's absence for Game 6 means for the Rockets. He has outscored Harden 31-16 in the second half of the last two games while shooting 60% from three. Harden may have to carry the offensive load even more. However, dating back to Game 4, he's missed his last 20 three-pointers, the longest streak or drought in his career. And Chris Paul went 5 of 6 on go-ahead field goals in the second half of Game 5. That's the most go-ahead field goals in the second half of a game by any player in the last 20 postseasons. My goodness. It's great to have Tim Legler with us here. Okay, so Harden is struggling, no doubt, from the outside. If you're Mike D'Antoni, what must you do? What's your approach here without this guy in Game 6?
Well, hopefully he's got some rosary beads. Let's start with that, because it's going to take some prayer. Because without Chris Paul, if he doesn't play in either one of these two games, I don't think the Rockets have any chance whatsoever to win either game. That's how big he has been in the last two games. Kevin, he carried them in the second half of both of these games. And you have a situation right now with James Harden really incapable of making a shot outside the lane. This reminds me of what the Rockets looked like a year ago. Without a secondary playmaker that can beat you off the dribble, that can control a live dribble the way Chris Paul can, it was James Harden out there struggling with his perimeter shot. You remember how their season ended in that closeout loss to the San Antonio Spurs. James Harden couldn't get it done offensively. Right now, he's in a really bad place as a scorer, and you lose the guy that's carried you in the second half of the last two games. Eric Gordon's done a great job. Yeah. Eric Gordon is a straight-line driver or a catch-and-shoot three guy. He can't control the basketball the way Chris Paul can and break your defense down repeatedly. And they're going to lack that, and as a result, if he's not playing in Game 6, I don't think there's any way to win in Oracle. If he doesn't get back for Game 7, I think the Golden State Warriors win on the road.
It's a darn shame, too, considering what we saw the last two games from him and how long he has waited to get to this moment. We'll see how this plays out. Not there for Game 6. We'll see if he's available for Game 7.